So again, make sure you filter everything that you read on the outside through the scriptures. Ain't nothing wrong with outside books, because what? You know, we listen to Babylon, Timbuktu, Josephus, and you know, there's a number.
There's a black woman.
Yep. Okay, so it's a Jake woman. You know what I'm saying? Which is very important, man, because you know, when you talk about this chapter we're gonna get into within this book, you know what I'm saying? It shows you how apartheid, and it goes into the medical history between Esau and Jake, man. Pretty much we did a lesson just recently on Friday, 2 days ago, you know. But this is the book I was referencing things from. Okay. This is the Negro Project. Well, this is page 195, titled "The Negro Project," which is chapter 8. And that paragraph or that section is called the Negro Project, just so if Jake runs into it or they have the book, that they can locate it. It says Margaret Sanger, born to a Corning, New York socialist in 1883. Now, the thing about it is, I jumped ahead because, again, this is a long read, but there was a lot said before that. Margaret Sanger, anybody know what's the significance of Margaret Sanger?
Yeah, she was she's the one who pretty much started the birth control and all of that
Planned Parenthood, and she was a very strong supporter of eugenics. Okay, and eugenics was pretty much, let's get the definition of eugenics. It's EUGINICS.
Eugenics, in the etymology, it says a doctrine of progress and evolution of the human race culture, going along with eugenic ethics, physiology, Eugenes, well born of stock, noble race. Trying to get a definition.
Nah, that was it.
Okay.
They said everything we needed to know is the progression of a race. It's just like dog breed. That's all it is. Making sure you have a purebred dog type shit.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the core of eugenics. Now, that could go, if you attach that to any race could practice it. But Esau felt that historically, they felt like being so-called white was their skin color made them a superior race. Okay? And that was, well, at least that was their gaslighting. Okay? To why they should be evil to other people and do other wicked things or treat people so low, man. And it's still going on to this day. It's just the format's still the same. It's just same shit, different toilet. Okay? It goes into CPS, birth control, the gender role in a house. All this was built up, and they created this to ultimately to try to create genocide on our people. And the reason why it's an important subject, because it's going on today, and our people are still fighting for the same concept: Roe versus Wade. Bunch of nigger women. Y'all running to genocide. But just like we read, let's get that precept. It says, the Lord had to, He's going to deliver the word for the elect's sake, you know, and He had to shorten the days, okay, because nobody will be saved.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
That's right. So, but for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened, because at the end of the day, on the path that Esau's going, he's going to not only try to not only wipe out Israel, but he's going to wipe out everybody, man. Okay? It's gone past, the idea of eugenics is still here, but it's gone past, just Planned Parenthood and things like that. It's gone into food. Okay, there was a portion in there we're not gonna go into, but I just referenced how they was using plutonium, which is, and there was another thing, the idea of the X-ray, the song "Niggas in Paris" by Jay-Z and Kanye. That was a real situation. It was a Jake that came from France and went to America to get, they used, because at a point they found out that you can use X-rays to, it's pretty much nuking the body. You know what I'm saying? But they do it so light that it don't affect you. Okay? But if you do it hard enough, it'll pretty much burn out the pigment in your skin and turn you to an Edomite, man, or an albino. All right, so there's a nigga in Paris that felt like being an Edomite by skin color would make his life better. So he came to America, got that deal, and went back to Paris to live to be in Paris as an Edomite, and then his skin turning black and all that, and things like that. You know, they was using plutonium for the glow in the dark watches, and the watches, they had women they were telling them to lick the tip of the fucking of the paintbrush with plutonium on it.
Jeez.
You know, and then they didn't even give Edomite women, they did it too as well. All right, but they signed up for it to get rid of their upper lip hair. they you know what I'm saying? And it's all kind of wickedness that Esau was doing in this medical field. You know what I'm saying? That that people flock and run behind, man. You know, there's another portion in there that I want to get to that reminded me, man, just now, dealing with Alfred P. Sloan. Because in most of these medical facilities, these big hospitals, when you see Alfred P. Sloan on top of there, that nigga was a demon, man. All right? And he used Jake as a test subject for cancer, man. Okay? Alfred P. Sloan. But you go Google it, you ain't gonna find none of that. The thing is, I went to Google it. They gave me everything that was disconnected to him, and I didn't even ask for it. If that makes sense. I put in Alfred P. Sloan and slaves, and then they'll put up everything that popped up was pretty much the wickedness being done to slaves in the medical field. That's what it always popped up, but it never said Alfred P. Sloan doing this to slaves. They never made that connection. And we all know that, you know, Google's paid off, as well as these other platforms and formats, man. You know? So that's why we got to, you know, for one, you got to get your, you know, the brothers talking about, you know, your phone and all that. They're gonna start regulating that shit, man. So them hard copies of these, of your Bible mainly, you need the hard copies of books, man. Okay? You ain't gonna be able to have hard copies of epistles, because the scripture says it's gonna be a famine of the word. There's going to be a famine of information, but it's mainly the word is going to be the perennial reason why the information is going to be connected to being locked up and held or shut off. Okay?
Yeah, they had this book called Fahrenheit 451, where like in the future, firemen didn't put out like house fires and things like that. They found books and they put the books to fire. It's really the same thing, but they'll do it digitally opposed to the physical copies. Hey, and they still might come for the physical copies, but because everything is online, you know, they can just swipe right, you know what I'm saying, and it's gone.
Yeah, all they gotta do is shut something down, it's a wrap. And you ain't gonna be able to hide it. You ain't gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to do all that. Everything's on the cloud.
I was gonna, and that's that was the point that one of the elders made. You know, as far as the word and the scriptures in general, he was saying, you know, and really that what really matters is this word being in you in Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we can read it all day, but if you ain't living it and practice it, you ain't gonna be thinking about it when it matters the most. You know, that's why the Lord put us through these situations, or even how the brother going into this book, you know, what you listen to this type of stuff and how they was using our people, that lets you know who to trust, who not to trust. If you can't trust them and their doctors and their medication, then you what? That's Sirach 39. Get into the herbs of the field, man. All right.
But just like I said, those who don't know their history, doomed to repeat it. So if you don't know what's going on, you don't know no precepts, you only know how to go to them. You know what I'm saying? You're not actually walking these precepts.
Yeah.
Then when that time comes, then you're not going to be able to stand. You're not going to be fully persuaded in your own mind.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Okay. So when you walk it and you try something out, then you're fully persuaded, man.
Yeah.
Or when you go to historical facts, you're fully persuaded. Like somebody come out here selling snake oil, and then I go into history and that snake oil, the product in that snake oil causes cancer, and there's documented facts, then I'm gonna be like, oh, nah, to hell with that. That's why history is important. Okay?
Scripture.
Oh, yeah. Now I want to get this because Quaker Oats had a point, and this came from the origins of Project Paperclip was for them to test nuclear product on American citizens. That was the core foundation of Project Paperclip. And pretty much they put a paperclip on your paperwork to identify who they was going to use. Okay? And they was using plutonium, and they put, I don't think it was plutonium, but they put some type of nuclear product in Quaker Oats. All right? And Quaker Oats approved it. Okay?
Long as it's probably, you know, dealing with, just this much or that much.
Hell no, they didn't even care. They did not care. They did not care because what happened was they were testing it on Jake. All right? But laws started passing to where they, like I was saying the other time, they started pushing them back, and they had to be pretty much when they had to ask for, like, hey, can we test this on you? Before I put this in you, I'm letting you know this is what I'm putting in you.
Right.
If you ever go to a hospital, when I was working there, doing shit, you know what I'm saying? Anytime I was young, they before they give you a shot, they'll tell you, look, I'm about to put this in you. You want me to put it in you? You know what I'm saying? And you take like, yeah, man, of course, I'm sitting here. But it's not just like, nigga, it's not a like, you're too slow to realize what I'm doing question. It's an authorization question.
Yeah.
All right? Just like if you police knock on your door and they say, can I come in? It's some vampire shit, nigga. They waiting for your ass to give approval because they legally can't just walk in your home.
Yeah.
Okay? So we have to, you got to understand the method behind the madness. All right?
Yeah, just to go back to what you were saying about the word got to be in you. Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 1. Moreover, he said unto me, son of man, eat that thou findest. Eat this roll and go speak into the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then I did eat it, and it was in my mouth as sweet as honey for sweetness.
Yeah, this roll is the scriptures, man. All right, and you have to consume it, and when it goes into your bowel, that's the inner parts, okay? Because it says, out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water. All right, let's go into that scripture, and then let's go into that word belly. All right, because you're supposed to eat that word, and it's supposed to go to your bowels. And out of your bowels will flow rivers of living water, and that rivers of living water is the gospel. All right, so what it says is not what goes in a man that defileth, but what comes out of him. All right, so when you can consume the word, it's not what goes into you that makes you righteous, it's what comes out of you as well. Okay, so you can read and remember all the precepts, you know what I'm saying, but you just it don't operate in your everyday living. Then that's what you about to say?
So you're not consistent in that diet as far as the word. You ain't consistent in that diet of the word, man.
Yeah, you know what a tomato is, but you don't know how it tastes or how it make you feel.
Yep.
Okay?
This is St. John chapter 7, verse 38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture has said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. So let's get to that word belly.
When you get into the word belly, it goes in the Strong's G2838, cholia, which says the whole belly, the entire cavity, the upper, i.e. stomach, and lower belly are distinguished. The lower belly, then it goes down to the innermost part of a man, the soul, heart as the seat of thought, feeling, choice.
Yeah, so your decision making, your passion, your will, okay? So when you eat this word, do you really believe that the Lord's coming? Do you really believe that, brotherly love shall continue? You know what I'm saying? Do you really believe that what the prophecies say? Okay? Because once you eat this word, 2/3 shall be cut off. You know what I'm saying? The elect shall be saved. Esau's going to be put to death. But at the same time, you're out here trying to parlay. Okay? Trying to have fun and mess around. You're not walking in how you talking. So the Lord say it was what goes into what comes out of your bowels so that it really defines you, man. Okay, so that's just a side tidbit. Let's get into what we're gonna get into this because I want to settle on that thought process too long. All right, this is page 195. Going into the Negro Project.
We got it right the first time.
Negro.
Margaret Sanger, born to Corning, New York, socialist in 1883.
Like I said, we all should know who Margaret Sanger is. She was a eugenic. She's the progenitor of Planned Parenthood, and she's a supporter of eugenics. Okay, we already went into eugenics. You should know what Planned Parenthood is. Roe versus Wade. All right. Now I'm pointing out these facts because once I say all this, once we start reading this, just keep remembering these facts. The NW to this day and in that time were heavy supporters of Margaret Sanger. Pretty much, they were in some. It's just a quagmire. Black women like to run around, call themselves black women, but on the path of creating genocide of their own race.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't, I'm gonna say it straight out the gate, if it wasn't for the Jake men, the race would have been wiped out because Jake men were against it. It says like 78% and 80% of the black in the NW were all for the Planned Parenthood. Because what it was, and it's gonna say it in the book, it says one thing that it created was a hypersexualization of the Negro community. Because they already was trying to accuse us of being hypersexual, all right? Which is why they was trying to, all that whistling and all that, this cream out rape, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing, you niggas don't fucking get it, man. That just popped up to me, came to me just now. Niggas like to they like to rape them, they like to do this or do that to little baby. Bro, that's some shit that Esau was putting on us, man. To sit there and try to destroy us as people. And Jake is following the same wicked ass format, man. Yup. Hey, let's get it, man. It's some damn evil ass niggas, man. And you can tell, man, because this truth is it's like the wind. It goes wherever it listens. You niggas are following the same format, man. It's true. This truth ain't robotic to where something that was done in the 1920s you're doing now, like marching up the street. Okay? The scripture is unorthodox.
John chapter 8 verse 44 says, "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do." He was a murderer from the beginning.
And mainly Esau. He's a murderer. And you niggas, man. Because y'all try to, when y'all put that on the prophets, you're ultimately trying to get them imprisoned or killed, man. And you're demonizing them and killing us, crucifying us openly before the masses on the internet, man. Okay?
He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him.
Because there's no truth in him at all. There's lies and deceit. Okay? So let's get back to that, brother.
It says, She was the most famous American popularizer of eugenics, although she is usually lauded as the powerful birth control pioneer and as a feminist. All these labels fit.
You see that? That's what the end up, all this stuff the end up loves. But all this was built up for the genocide of our race. Okay? They went from actually trying to wipe us out physically, all right, through slavery, but once the laws started progressing, they came up with chemical castration, physical castration, the whole idea of CPS and all that. They, instead of, you know how they, when they go in and they see a man in the house, they used to kick the man out?
Yeah.
They used to castrate women. They didn't kick the nigga out the house. When they go in there, they didn't want the man to be there because they didn't want you reproducing anymore. That was the core point to that.
Yeah, if you're getting like food stamps and Section 8, ADC and all that, you can't have a man in the house.
Yeah, and what they used to do was they used to physically take your ass to the doctor and cut your or take your ovaries out, man. That's what they used to do, man. Because you had a man in the house. Why? Because they didn't. The fork tongue. They created, because this is why he the fork tongue. They created this idea of saying that, and it happens to this day. If you are on Section 8 food stamps and you need government assistance, then you are deeming yourself not a good enough human being to reproduce. Which low key I agree with. If your ass, if you act, you know what I'm saying? If y'all want to play that game, but guess what? When you really sit there and you think like that, Esau puts out the propaganda saying niggas is the ones we about to go get. Everybody think, oh, they come after the no. 70, 80% of people that are on food stamps are Edomites.
Yep.
Okay? So yeah, castrate, but it was like that then. It was like that then. But the people that put this law out are also the people, the ones that are regulating it, and they're of Satan. So they're gonna just pick the niggas. Okay, and then tell everybody that Negroes are the ones that are the poorest and on Section 8. That's why and then let's get that when they say they pretty much talk down on you for being in poverty. You know, I think it's the Psalms where Psalms they speak wickedness concerning oppression, man. Okay? That's what Esau does, but he created this oppression, the fatherless home. He created that through systematic racism. Now you want to take critical race theory out of schools so that you don't have to own up to the history of what you were doing, and y'all could just act like we could just deal with the present. But no, the reason why a lot of niggas ain't in the house is because of the systematic oppression and historical oppression that Esau has done. Okay? And they just refine their weapons and went from physical castration just to sending them to jail. Okay? Because once you go to jail, they could put anything inside your ass, man. When you go to jail, or you're a bum, or when I mean a bum, I mean a literal guy that's homeless. Okay, Nate? Not because we ain't got $1 million in our bank account for taking bills. Okay? When you're a bum, or you're in the military. Okay? Those are like the three people that really have no choice. And they use that they sign that type of stuff into law. Okay? So nobody will question it. But then when they make it a law, they also turn around and target Jake to turn them into hardened criminals. Okay?
So they can move you through the system.
So they could
property.
So they could shoot your ass up with this in you. Dr. Frankenstein your ass, man. Yeah. You know?
Psalm 73 and 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily.
Mm-hmm. They speak loftily. Where your dad at? You ain't got your dad. Y'all always robbing people. Y'all always this. But y'all pushed Jake into a corner and didn't give him no resources to expect him to survive. And all the nigga knew was to take it. If a child's starving, nigga Aladdin, nigga like, you know? Right. Yeah, he was a thief. He had to. Well, how's you gonna just get a job, but you're not hiring nobody?
Right. You control the job. You hire what I'm saying? Like you say, they push that on our people and then speak locally of it. Like, and then when you try to, well, well, you got the same opportunities. No, let's not play that game.
Yeah, the same opportunities appear.
Yeah.
But the person that's approving the opportunities is not. And it goes back into like the wars. They promised everybody a house. You know what I'm saying? A loan for a house. But they was only approving the loans for the Edomites, man. Okay, they approved the loans for the Jakes. Okay, and mainly Jake was on the front lines, kicking ass too, man. Mind you.
Hey, they showed you that show with the black Captain America. You know, he fought for his whole country, saved the universe, saved existence, and couldn't get a loan for his house.
Yep. That's how they do you. Tony Stark went somewhere, they give him everything. You know? See what Tony Stark at.
Right.
Right. And Captain America, that nigga went through generations and he had bread. You know what I'm saying? This man can't get loan for a house, yeah. So he just lets you know. But you know, that nigga, man, he didn't look like he didn't want for nothing, man. I don't remember him hurting. I do not remember the white Captain America, the Edomite Captain America hurting.
Right.
Looking for something. You know? But that, you know, it's just scoffing, but that's how it really is, man.
Yeah.
It was, is, and will be long as Esau's in rulership. Okay?
And it should be like that. Because this ain't our kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
It's not our rest.
But they make it, like the brother said, perfect word, appear. They make it appear as we have the same opportunities and that everything is equal and all of that shit, but it's not. All right?
Yeah, just like I was watching this one movie a while ago, you know, talking about avocados in California, and Issachar, their land, the water flowed to their land, all right, naturally. The state of California is owned by the government. So once they found out it's big money in avocados, and it was like, well, oh shit, well, I don't know. Well, we gotta water these avocados, and it's kind of hard, you know, blah blah blah. They said, well, they had some dudes, some Edomites from Chicago that came down, got in their ear, and then when they left, they changed it and they made a legislation to pretty much irrigate the water, and you had to pay for the irrigation. And they say, well, everybody got a fair chance at the water, but nigga, me versus Warren Buffett, I am not winning the bid.
No.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now you got your old dry, barren land over here. My land's right by the mountains flowing with rich water and minerals, and I'm getting all these huge avocados. I got a fair shake because of the land I own. But now you pull that water and you irrigate it to your land,
Yeah.
and because I only got 5, you only irrigating a little bit, and you say, well, it's fair. No, it's not, man. What was fair is because I got this land by have it happen. And I scored some land, and it got some good flow of water and stuff like that. You're supposed to just let me, and you figure out another plan, or you figure out, or you come ask me, can you get on the flow of water? But no, they that's what they do with their 4 tongues, man.
Divert a whole river to fuck you over.
Yep. They're telling you can have some of it. It's just you got to pay me now for natural resources.
I appreciate it. This is the book of Isaiah 10 and verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Yep, and that's what Esau does, because he uses laws, you know what I'm saying, to let's get that wisdom of Solomon says, let our wisdom be in the law. Okay? Is that wisdom of Solomon 2? You know? Let our wisdom be in the law, and that's what they do. They establish their thoughts through the law. They really be like, I don't like this nigga gonna make all that money, bro. Who is he to make all that money? You know what I'm saying? They'll say I'm an Edomite. Who is this wetback to make more money than me?
Right.
And I'm about to write a law that stop everybody from doing this. I'm about to write a law and handicap you or cut your legs off. All right?
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
And that's what the so-called white man does. They use the laws as strength of justice. Ye shouldn't have been resisting. Well, you should. Well, what part of you just jumping on a nigga for nothing? What part of that we not just gonna take in consideration? As a grown man to a grown man, you can't just walk up and punch on me. Oh, you shouldn't have been resisting. I was resisting because he punched me. It's like, that's not right.
Right.
I'm supposed to say, hey man, what you doing? Are you supposed to just go down, let them DDT you, and just take it? But you don't DDT none of your friends. Nah, man. That's the wiles of the devil, man.
One more verse, Bible shot. So Isaiah 10 verse 2, it says to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless.
Yeah, that's ultimately what they want to do. They find ways to keep you in a certain condition and then scarf you for it. Okay? That's how wicked they are. Is if you do them that, at least you know who's supposed to steal something and help them look for it. You talking shit. You know? All right, let's get back to that situation.
It says, as far as Margaret Sanger, it says, although she is usually lauded as the powerful birth control pioneer and as a feminist, all these labels fit. Her abundant writing, speeches, and myriad projects revealed a complex, passionate woman whose mission changed over time from women's rights advocacy to eugenics. Sanger shaped American reproductive policy by toppling the Comstock laws against contraceptive distribution, by catalyzing the development of the birth control pill, and by founding the organization that became Planned Parenthood, the nation's 12th largest charitable organization.
And who's providing that charity? The Rockefellers.
Yeah.
Were providing charity for the Planned Parenthood. So it's all, you got eugenics, because they always do that. They hire people. They hire agents. They're not going to come and just do it. They're going to hire people and use charity to give them the power, okay, to push them and give them momentum. Why do you think people with great ideas be on Shark Tank? They need investors. So when you got this idea to chemically castrate Israelites, you need investors to get this. You know what I'm saying? I only got enough money to make about 5 of these syringes or 5 of these pills, or like 20 pills for my city. Nah, we about to get everything together. We about to get we're gonna get into it. Let's go, man.
It says, but she did so in alliance with eugenicists.
Yeah, she did Planned Parenthood in regards of eugenics. You hear that, nigger woman, black woman, whatever you want to call yourself? Y'all running to the my body, my choice. Stupid. It's to eradicate you, man. But through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, the man carries the seed.
Yeah, bro.
Okay? Because if he would have put it in y'all, how y'all want it to be, and how y'all try to push it, we'll be wiped out, because y'all bitches is stupid, man.
Yeah, y'all act like, see, the thing is, the Lord, he's the ultimate chess player. He wrote all of this out, so he knew how it was going to be in these last days. So from the jump, what does it say? Before the foundation of the earth, he already put the seed in man. Because he's seen y'all dumbasses following right after Margaret Sanger ass, all right, and willing to knock us off if that was the case.
And
man.
talk shit, man. You're stupid. How you this is the only way you can call yourself a black woman is because of so-called black woman, because you're an Israelite, all right? Only way you can call yourself that is because of the reproduction of Israelite people. But you're running to a place that cuts us off. Your mindset is, I don't want to have any kids. You know what I'm saying? I want to run my career. It's the same eugenics idea. Okay, while you're running around doing this, getting all these degrees, these Edomites is still at home. If you look up the marriage rate, man, It's separation. The black woman is at the top, man. All right. Then it's the Hispanic woman. Then it's the Edomite woman. You know what I'm saying? It's the ratings of the multiple father household by the kids. Pretty much all your kids ain't by the same father.
Yeah.
The end up is at the top. Then it's the Hispanics. Then it's the Edomites. Then it's the Asians. The Asians fucking super low. Same thing with the finances in the house. All these things, if you look at the statistics and the common denominator from money, all right, being circulated, the black people are at the top with the lowest amount of money being circulated, and the Asians are at the top or at the bottom with the most money. Well, you can say at the top with keeping their money in their community. All right, and the same thing with marriage. Okay? These Asians and East Indians are at the top, man. And then you can go back. But you go to these their culture, you'll see their culture is their women, the Asian women are super submissive. Elamite women are super submissive. Yeah. All right? And you'll sit there and, well, I can never be in that type of, but look at the results of their economy. All right? As far as a household. Yeah. Y'all, that's why I say you nigga women is stupid, man. Idiots. No, you don't deserve, you don't warrant respect, man. Okay?
Appreciate it.
Yep.
This is Numbers 1:18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls.
Yeah, and end up don't take pride in their pedigree. They take pride in their degree. Okay? Ooh. And that don't get you nowhere. All that education y'all running from, we just constantly losing our culture, man. Half y'all, like I forgot what celebrity said it, we're losing the recipes. We're losing the recipes. Michael Irvin. Yeah. Michael Irvin. You know what I'm saying? Y'all sitting out here running, but we losing recipes. Nigga, you can't get that back.
Yeah. Once that's buried with grandma,
it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shouts out to Mom. I just call Mom all day, man. I'm about to make these red beans. Hey, boy, you better make that roux and don't turn your back on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah, but yeah, you know, and you call Mom, get that recipe, man. But you can't call these little niggas. Oh, Mom, how you make this? Girl, just throw your ass to the store and go get some McDonald's. Hey, that. Shit. Go ahead, we get back to it.
It says, but she did so in alliance with eugenicists and through initiatives such as the Negro Project.
The Negro Project. Can someone look that up? We're gonna keep reading, but I never stopped to look that up.
Sanger exploited black stereotypes in order to reduce the fertility of African Americans.
She exploited black stereotypes, not facts.
Not facts.
Stereotypes.
Yeah.
They're hypersexual. They're too stupid to reproduce. You ever heard that on the internet? Oh man, he don't need to be having no kids. He's dumb. That's a eugenics statement. Get it? The Lord killed him, make him alive. All right? That's the Lord's choice. Okay? Now, you don't support, you know, within our community, our culture, we did support dwarves. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say we didn't support them, but you couldn't be nothing special. Like, y'all got fucking kids with Down syndrome, and they're being celebrities and bodybuilders and shit. Nah, go sit in the back of the class, bro.
Yeah, you can help clean the bodies up.
Yeah, go help clean the bodies up. Yeah. You get them type of job. Ain't no hate, but we're not gonna sit here and push you to the front like you're the most powerful part of our society.
Yeah.
All right? You out there, you in front of an army, and everybody, you see niggas banging on shit. Yeah, you like, retarded. You're like, oh, we're gonna whoop these niggas. Like, it's supposed to be easy.
You on that front line?
Just use y'all agility. Y'all know they strong and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Use your agility. They strong. Don't go toe to toe.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it though. I'll be the Special Olympics. Just sit down, man. Like, just sit down.
Like don't you know what y'all doing?
And that's the thing, man, with this world. Like you said, Esau has every problem with what the Heavenly Father set up. You know what I'm saying? Everything the Lord set up, he got a problem with it. Because that's something that I wanted to do is like find certain things throughout the scriptures where Esau challenged the Lord. So like the Lord said, if the ordinances of the heavens, or if you can search out the heavens, search out the depths, then he would do away with us. You know what I'm saying? The Israelites. Well, Esau did what? Created submarines. That's a challenge. Try to search out the heavens. He's challenging what the Lord to prove him wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of that as well. Everything the Lord does, he want to make everybody feel comfortable. Let's let these special needs people or whatever have some say so, have some clout, have, you know what I'm saying? Like
putting these niggas in
sit your ass
in
down.
the fucking airplane towers and shit. Got people crashing. You know? They was hiring dudes with ADHD, with autism, autistic people, purposefully.
Can't have them in the communication.
You know?
and just real quick, this is why the Lord has everything set up the way he has it set up. You know? So Esau don't want to follow it, and that's why things happen the way that they happen. You want to get what it was, or you want to continue?
If anybody got it, let's get it.
Yeah, so the Negro Project says the Negro Project conceptualized by birth control activist Margaret Sanger and implemented by the Birth Control Federation of America, now Planned Parenthood, was an initiative to spread awareness of contraception to lower poverty rates in the South.
Just like them that 2020 Jabberwocky. Ain't nothing new under the sun, man. It's chemical warfare. But if you don't know your history, you don't. I need my job. You know, because what they'll push to the end up, you can work. You can be a part of this society. Okay? But once you get a kid, that slows down. But that's the Lord's will. For us to be fruitful and multiply and enjoy our families. Not to be trying to chase no damn bag, man. Okay? Give us this day our daily bread, man. Okay?
Proverbs 30, it says, give me not poverty nor riches. But, you know what I'm saying, just enough. You know, give me food convenient for me.
Yep.
All right?
Now, ain't nothing wrong with getting extra, but your life ain't supposed to be based off of that, man.
Yeah, bro.
You know?
So Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Yeah, so you're supposed to stick to the will of the Heavenly Father. And whatever comes to you after that, King Solomon, you will get. Okay? So let's get back to it, Dr. Shah. I'm trying to just keep getting to it because we'll be 7 o'clock. You know?
It says Sanger was a cautious speaker.
She was a cautious speaker. She made sure she said it just like Esau's fork tongue. They're going to make sure they say it a certain way so it don't seem like it's what's going on. You know?
So it is important to examine not only what she said, but what she did. In her 1922 Eugenics Tome, The Pivot of Civilization, she claimed eugenics is chiefly valuable in its negative aspects. On its so-called positive or constructive side, it fails to awaken any permanent interest. In this book, Sanger popularized her research into the eugenic value of various types of Americans by offering up a slew of case histories. She published a dysgenic family case history to describe the eugenic problem black families presented.
Yeah, so they bring out, they focus on certain facts and omit other ones. Okay? So they bring out they got 80% of them have domestic violence cases, or 20% of them do this. But you omit how that Esau has 95%.
Yeah.
You know? And say, this is why we got to get them out of here. But when you spread across everybody's board, you say, well, shit, y'all got to get out of here too then. You know? So that's how they did it. You know? Go ahead.
The parents of a feeble-minded girl, 20 years of age, who was committed to the Kansas State Industrial Farm on a vagrancy charge, lived in a thickly populated Negro district, which was reported by the police to be the headquarters for the criminal element of the surrounding state.
Yeah, so you see that? They demonize it. All right. Oh, she from the hood. And they use words like slums, urban, inner urban cities, lower income districts, aka 8 different ways to say nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They use words like that's what them using careful words, Doug.
Yeah.
Okay? Just say nigga.
Vagrants.
But you'll have Jake that think that they are part of the government. They're those girls. I'm not a girl. No, you don't see that they're labeling our people as that. So no matter what you live like, if a random Edomite see you, you better have that Trump hat on. You better have some type of indicator to say, hey, I'm a safe nigga. Because if you don't, the propaganda that's being pushed is going to be attached to every Israelite.
Yeah.
And you niggas don't get that, man.
Yeah.
Okay?
One nigga is 2 niggas, pretty much, you know?
2 niggas is 3. 3 niggas is 4 niggas, and 4 niggas come to get me. Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
It says, Sanger tells us at great length and in detail that all of the girls' family died early or went to lead lives of
What is this word, boy?
hyper fecundity,
Yeah.
or prostitution, violent crime, or all 3.
Yeah, they said it was hypersexual or violent. Why do you think when you listen to rap music, it's pushing what? Hypersexualism and violence.
Bro, you wanna know what's crazy? I was listening to the Baby song. I said, that's all this nigga rapping about is fucking bitches.
Yeah, hypersexualism and
It's
violence.
like,
And then it opens the door for you abusing them that way. So if you police just getting down on a nigga and you driving by, you're gonna be like, that's probably one of them violent ones that I've seen on a rap video. You know what I'm saying? It does that. Okay? If you see him getting down on an Edomite like that, you're gonna stop. Yo, what? What's going on? Chinese kid, what the hell he do? You trying to see a nigga, like, that's probably that nigga probably stealing. That's what they were doing through their propaganda. Okay? Get your ass off the fucking phones, man. Put the TV down.
Another thing, they utilize these different entertainers to do the same thing to push that bad narrative about Jake.
Yeah, that's what I was saying with the rap.
Right.
What do you see in rap?
Right.
P-popping, WAP,
Yeah.
drill music. Again, ain't nothing new under the sun, man. You know? It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. It's called systematic oppression.
Yeah.
Okay?
I got that word fecundity. It says the ability to produce an abundance of offspring or new growth, fertility.
Yep. And they was trying to stop that because we all know the more they oppress us, the more we have babies.
Yep.
Okay?
Tell you that in Exodus, the 2nd chapter.
Yep.
You know, that's why they say, hey, we gotta stop them. They growing,
Yeah.
and then they notice it was oppressing us. We growing more.
Because how Jake relieved their frustration.
Yep.
You know? Yeah.
Petty last. It says they will lead to those. It said or all 3. The Negro district, quote unquote, itself, we are told, is the quote headquarters for the criminal element, unquote.
The Negro district is the headquarters for the criminal element, not the mob. Right? Not the mob, not the Aryan race, not the Ku Klux Klan, not the cartel. Okay? Them the Judah, man, them niggas, man. Okay, wherever they at is the headquarters of the criminal element. That's crazy.
In the slums.
In the slums, bro.
Not white collar crimes, you know what I'm saying? insider trading.
Inside, yeah. Bombing nations, stealing from nations.
Tax evasion.
Oh man.
Not motherfuckers coming over here and kidnapping a nation of people, human trafficking. None of that. Well, these niggas out here that's stealing root beers and shit, they gotta go. You know? Not the motherfucker that's putting plutonium in your oatmeal.
They're telling you need oatmeal for breakfast.
Yeah. You know? And it's through the spirit that I got on oatmeal and I got Quaker Oats and it's been up there. I just never opened it. And I just went and got some raw steel cut oats, man. You know? I used to get that to my dog, man. You know?
And that's what happened to the dog. No.
Plutone. Got Plutone. Got Plutone.
That's what I put myself.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm just trying to flow through this because there's some points I want to hit. Yeah. We ain't even get to nothing yet. I want to get this because we ain't get to nothing yet. Once we start hitting some points, okay.
It says the quote Negro district unquote itself, we are told, is the quote headquarters for the criminal element unquote. So clearly we are meant to take the black girls' dysfunctional family as representative. While Sanger's early
The black girls' family, they take our family dysfunction and capitalize on it. Go ahead, brother.
While Sanger's early campaigns were aimed primarily at Eastern Europeans, she turned her attentions to blacks in 1929.
Mm-hmm.
That year, Lothrop Stoddard wrote his book, The Rising Tide of Color Against White World Supremacy.
See? You know? They got America. All right. Now these niggas starting to be, you start seeing them walk around more and more, fresher and fresher. Oh, we gotta stop these niggas. The same thing to this day. Because Esau can't have no kids, man. They struggling, bro. These people are struggling to reproduce. You know?
That year, Lothrop Stoddard wrote his book, The Rising Tide of Color Against White World Supremacy, while serving on the board of directors of Sanger's American Birth Control League. And Sanger's lover, Havelock Ellis, reviewed it favorably in her journal, Birth Control Review. So she had a girlfriend.
She's a lesbo.
Carpet.
Scissor girl.
It says, that year, she also discarded labels such as good or bad breeding stock in favor of class or income level.
Yeah. So they compared your ability to breed based off your class or income level. Okay? So pretty much if you're poor, you shouldn't be having kids. That's the idea. So when you hear people say that you're not contributing to society, you shouldn't have kids, that's a thought that stems from eugenics.
Yep.
Okay? And you hear it a lot. You hear Esau say that casually on the internet. All right? That's how if you want to spider races, there you go. Or ain't nothing wrong. We're the true superior race. But if you want to spot an evil Edomite, just listen to certain dialogue like that. Okay?
As she began researching birth patterns in Harlem, where 224,760 of New York City's 330,000 African Americans live, Sanger entitled the June 1932 Birth Control Review the Negro Number. And she recruited black leaders to contribute articles in support of the eugenics cause.
That's why I was about to start getting meaty. Right? Listen, because all you niggas, y'all running behind this dick sucker, you know what I'm saying? And other niggas in history that they're force feeding you. Okay? Black history, everybody want, I should next year I got some. I had my daughter go over the dude that did the good time pictures. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to go with Nat Turner next year, you know? Because everybody go over all these other niggas. We're gonna go over Nat, man. You know? Natty. Good old Nat. Good old Nat.
It said the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People's founder, W.E.B. Du Bois wrote.
Yeah, W.E.B. We are, you know, let's get a preface on W.E.B. Du Bois. Y'all know who he is, right? We should know. I hope so. Well, it don't fucking matter. It don't matter. You know, they taught us that in school, man. But W.E.B. Du Bois, I believe, because there was two of them. What was the other guy that was
back after? Frederick.
It wasn't Frederick Douglass. Was it Marcus Garvey?
I think so. Kind.
Okay, so because W.E.B. Du Bois was a sympathizer, and he was a light-skinned nigga. But he was a light-skinned nigga. Because dark-skinned niggas could be light-skinned niggas. He was one of them niggas, we need to come up from within. So he was the president of the NAACP.
Yeah, Marcus Garvey.
Okay? He was the president of the NAACP that was in support of eugenics. If he's in support of eugenics and they know what the idea, what else were they in support of? Yeah. That's why Elder Joshua Wamba always say that civil rights, that shit was evil, man. That wasn't for us, man. And they tried it again with the BLM, man. They tried it again with the BLM. That's why they were pushing and attaching the alphabet community to that so heavy, man. All right, because it wasn't nothing but another layer of getting our people to stay stuck in that genocidal mindset. Okay? The hell, Jake ain't want to be equal with Esau. Jake wanted to be free and treated like a human being, man. He just didn't want to be in slavery no more. All right? We weren't fighting for equality in a way of saying, I want to eat at your restaurant. They were fighting for equality so they could go and have their own restaurant and eat their food, man, in peace. It just changed because once you really get into when you really get into that NAACP, you'll start seeing there's a lot of Edomites that were involved and there's a lot of money involved. That Rosa Parks, that was a whole setup, man. That Rosa Parks thing was a whole setup by the NAACP. They had lawyers ready. They had people on the bus as witnesses. It wasn't like she just strolled and got on the bus and niggas said, get your bitch ass up to the back, oh. And it was like, I know, punched on and it just happened in the breaking news. No. They sat in their night little, okay, we gonna have this person over here. We're gonna have this person as a witness. We got these 3 lawyers. So niggas thinking they could just come out here and do this. No. This shit was backed by Esau, man. Esau was funding the NAACP. Or he had one of the niggas in their pocket, man. W.E.B. Du Bois. Okay?
Just like they got the Southern Poverty Law Center now. You know what I'm saying? It's all backed by Esau.
And the BLM was backed by Esau. Okay?
I got some. I just Googled W.E.B. Du Bois and Margaret Sanger. It says in 1930, Margaret Sanger opened up a family planning clinic in Harlem, which was endorsed by W.E.B. Du Bois, a prominent figure in the black community, along with other organizations like the Amsterdam News, Obsidian Baptist Church, and the Urban League.
Yep. So now let's get into it. That's constant proof. You know what I'm saying? We are real leaders, man. But we're not backed by the Rockefellers. All right? The Lord chose the base things of this earth to confound the wise, man. All right? And only the elect is going to wake up and ignore money and stick to truth and reality.
Like, you see how they got him, because the white lady went to somebody who Negroes respected, and then they partnered with the church
and gave them power.
You know what I'm saying?
But
go ahead.
Yeah. It says W.E.B. Du Bois wrote and Sanger often quoted
the mass of ignorant Negroes still breed carelessly and disastrously.
You see?
Woo.
You see? Go ahead.
So that the increase among Negroes, even more than the increase among whites,
Like
is
niggas so stupid that they breed. This is what they always do it. These niggas so stupid that they strong. These niggas so stupid that they run fast. It's like, no, bro. Like, yeah, like, don't stop it, bro. You know? I remember Jake saying, and I fuck with the quote, I don't know how true it is, but I just fuck with it so heavy, I'm biased to it. He said, man, you know why Jake do good in sports? Because the rules are out in the open. You know what I'm saying? The rules are out in the open and you can't cheat a nigga.
Yeah.
Even though they still do it. Regulate your catches and shit. You know what I'm saying? Giving Wes Welker 18 plays, give you 2.
Right.
You know, but you still could catch that motherfucker and Randy Moss.
Yeah, you got
This nigga, you give this nigga 5-yard plays, and he got 100 yards. Moss got 200 yards for two touchdowns and 2 catches. You know? You won't just do numbers. They were putting up the same numbers. That's Esau, man. But let's just get to it. But that's what I'm saying. They demonize all that poor and poverty, but then they put you into poverty. They pretty much say, niggas, stop reproducing. Only us upper crust niggas can reproduce. Only us niggas that obey the white man can reproduce. In essence, what they're saying. Okay?
the mass of ignorant Negroes still breed carelessly and disastrously, so that the increase among Negroes, even more than the increase among whites, is from the portion of the population least intelligent and fit and least able to rear their children properly.
But there's no scriptures, man. The Lord killeth him, he bringeth alive.
Yeah.
All right? A woman shall be saved in childbearing. It never said that you're too stupid or poor to have a child, man.
Yeah.
That's an Edomite regulation.
Even when Moses was like, hey, I'm not a good speaker. He's like, hey, who have made the mouth of man? You know what I'm saying? So it's up to the Lord how it's up to the Heavenly Father, man.
Hey, and even just saying that is a flawed thought process, because when you were poor, you had children so that you could put them to work on the farm and so that the family can fucking grow.
It don't make any sense. But nobody second guesses Esau.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I be having tell friends of mine in the world that, man, like, fuck all that, bro. You got to scrutinize him every time, man. You know, you can't just let him get on National Geographic with all that fucking green screen magic and get you to thinking.
Right.
Nah, man, you got to scrutinize that shit, man. I'm going to hate out the gate. You know? Unless you say something that's in league with YAHAWASHI, I'm a hater out the gate on Esau's ideas. I don't care how good it is. That nigga probably steal it. I'm going to go look it up. You know?
Find out they stole
it.
It says Charles S. Johnson, Fisk University's first black president, wrote that eugenic discrimination was necessary for blacks, and a dozen black writers agreed to print.
That's another sellout. But we about to go get to one of the big boy sellouts.
That's a black college, huh?
Mm-hmm. This wasn't no little shit, bro. This wasn't no little. This is hard. Wherever Atlanta, wherever it is, with them colleges and all that. All you niggas like all doing all that stepping and shit and all that. You dumbass niggas. Y'all niggas, you running behind these niggas. They trying to kill us off, man.
Hey,
but the Lord's gonna protect us, man.
You said that video. It's like niggas started joining the Greek fraternity in the early 1900s. Nigga, you just got out of slavery, buddy. Like,
what the hell is you doing? but if you really get into the scriptures and get into history, we weren't into that. But not like that, nigga. We wasn't doing that's some Edomite shit, fraternities and all that.
Yeah.
And those secret societies. Ain't nothing but Jake taking on Edomite ways, man.
It says in January 1939, Sanger's American Birth Control League merged with the Clinical Research Bureau to form the Birth Control Federation of America.
This shit sound like wrestlers clicking up and shit, bro. Bro, they was clicking up, bro, making deals. Man. Like we said in Psalms 83. You know what I'm saying? They're Confederate against thee, man. They conspired. All that bullshit that y'all try to push like it would just so happen that we act like this. No, nigga. Y'all had a conspired idea against us, man. Okay?
It says later that year, Sanger devised the Negro Project, which was established for the benefit of the colored people.
See? It was projected as established for the benefit of colored people. How many times that they did that? They ain't gonna give a nigga shit, but all of a sudden they want to give everybody the jab of Walgreens, CVS for free.
Yep.
I nigga, bro, I need to work.
At the DNC, that Democratic convention, they had Planned Parenthood parked outside.
Yep.
You know?
Had Megan Thee Stallion popping on stage for you. You niggas is clowns, bro.
Won't give a nigga a job. Won't, you know what I'm saying, give a nigga the help up that he actually needs.
But here it is. It's another thing. Slack it, because you brought up a point, stirred my spirit up. They say niggas shouldn't be having babies. But what was they doing in slavery? Right?
Breeding the fuck out of us.
Breeding the fuck out of Jake.
Yeah.
Poor. These are
really
poor
didn't have
niggas.
nothing.
Yeah. You see how it don't make sense? But
Poor.
to their convenience,
Get the fuck out that field.
yes. To their convenience.
Yeah.
They'll switch that story up. That's why they can't trust Esau, man. Okay?
Man, it's a fucking devil, boy.
He a hoe, boy. That nigga, he's a full-blown hoe ass nigga.
Uh-huh.
It says, later that year, Sanger devised the Negro Project, which was established for the benefit of the colored people, specifically black women who were being denied access to city health services.
Yeah, because that's where you get the them easy clinics. Them clinics, the little clinics you can just pop up in.
Yeah.
But those were the main clinics with Jake. They was testing Jake. They was testing people on and putting shit into people. Okay? So when Esau coming, like I said, let's get that precept. When you're in affliction, you'll find him there first. You know, in the book of Sirach. You know, that's the thing, and Jake don't fucking get it, man, because y'all superficial, and you take somebody giving you a present as them being nice to you, man. All right, Jake is easy. It says a gift blinded the eyes of the wise, man, because that's the thing. When we was in slavery, we technically had free Medicare. You know what I'm saying? Because we're their product. So if a slave gets sick, you'll take him to the doctor. And you didn't have to pay, the slave owner paid. Right? But once we became free and became sharecroppers, which is still a slave, you're just a slave without Medicare. That's all it was. You're a slave without housing, Medicare, food.
Right.
So it technically got harder for Jake, but at the same time, you got more liberty. So Esau just never let his foot off your neck, man.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagines how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee.
That's, you know, we don't need no breakdown. This need to just be read repeatedly as we read this chapter, okay? Because that's exactly what they're doing over and over and over again, man. And Jake keep on running there for a fucking iPhone or whatever, man. Whatever trinket they give you, okay? You want a job? Okay? Matter of fact, they're going to tell you that. They tell you that now. They were hiring niggas, you know?
The first experimental family planning centers sought to find the best way of reducing the black population by promoting eugenic principles, and were also founded in black areas such as Macon County, Alabama, site of the notorious PHS syphilis study. Du Bois also suggested approaching black churches, declaring them open to intelligent propaganda of any sort.
That's why a lot of that stuff is always, it's nothing new under the sun. They run to them church. That's why Obama ran to the church. That's why Kamala ran to the church. Okay? Anytime they want Jake to do something in mass, they're going to run to them churches, man. Okay? That's why that Caesar Borgia, they need Caesar Borgia there. Because while they're gone and they're working on the next experiment, Caesar Borgia is sizing your ass up to stay there and be ready and waiting for whatever wickedness that they about to bestow upon you. Okay? Accept everybody. You know, all that. You just stewing to be whipped on, man. Okay? It says, it added that her organization and other agencies ought to get their statement before church congregations and their arguments in the Negro newspapers. Sanger took Du Bois' advice, writing, the most successful educational approach to the Negro is through a religious appeal. We do not want the word to get out that we want to exterminate the Negro population, and the minister is the man who can straighten out the idea if it occurs to any of their more rebellious members. Edomite ain't gonna be able to get up there and say we're doing, because most Jacob be like, I don't know about you, you dragon lane. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But if they can pay off a nigga in the church, the minister to get you to, you know what I'm saying? So let's find out which one of the ministers that they got a hold of. It says she recruited the support of such luminaries as Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Adam Clayton Powell.
He got a street name there from Harlem.
Yeah. Big dog. You know? Who else? Of the Abyssinian Baptist Church, and later the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Woo! This nigga behind us. Yeah, it's crazy. Niggas all running up. You wonder why Edomites run up too. Okay? That's why Edomites run away from us. Right? They mad, they yelling. Y'all shouldn't be out here trying to find. Y'all should adhere to us, man. Everybody's singing, lighting candles and running up to this nigga, man. It's fucking goofball. I like your Ben Baca. We can curse him out actively, man. And they ain't give you a statue. They gave you a big ass plaque. Give you a plate. You know?
That's your boy. That's your man.
It says, there's a freaky ass nigga too.
Keep it satisfied.
It says the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Sanger also wanted a black doctor and social worker to staff the clinic in order to gain black patients' trust. She assured the doctor, so they pretty much hired niggas at the clinics. Okay, go ahead. She assured the doubtful BCFA that the black physician's authority will be limited, and he, like the clinic board members, will be chosen for tractability. Yeah, so I let you run this clinic, but that's all you're doing, nigga. Is administering these shots that I told you to do. Okay? Take this money and then you get a nigga woman, big fat. Yeah, put it here, sit down. You're supposed to sit. Yeah, you're supposed to talk to you stupid because you get paid. You know? They want to talk about y'all ain't defending the black woman. To hell with the black woman, man.
She can defend herself.
Yeah, she got it. She been doing it on her own. She took Esau's comfort, so fuck her, man. Okay? His work, in my opinion, should be entirely with the Negro profession and the nurses, hospital, social workers, as well as the county's white doctors. His success will depend upon his personality and his training by us. When the black Harlem Clinic personnel eventually protested their lack of autonomy, the BCFA withdrew support and the clinic closed. You see? So if your ass wants some control, we can just shut you down. Okay? You want independence? Go ahead. Start your own clinic, nigga. You know?
And that's exact, and it's the same way to this day. Even amongst the Israelites, man.
It can.
You know?
It can. Get in line.
Get in line.
Get in line, I'm gonna shut you down. You know what they did? They did that to Harvard when they started speaking on the Palestinian and all that. Them JEOOs was shutting a lot of these places down throughout their fundraising and their charitable contributions.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man. Propaganda program. It's not no noble shit that's going on. Like, let's get real here. They want to be noble all of a sudden, but you can't give free insulin out, free healthcare. But you so noble that you're willing to spill billions of dollars to inject a medicine into somebody. You know, or for education. Nah, you wanna control the education. Okay, go ahead. You about to say something?
No, it's a precept similar to that in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. You know,
We get it. Get it. Scriptures. Like I said, everything filters through it. Always is on topic. I don't want to like keep swinging like 18 scriptures on one subject. We'll never get through it. So Jake got precepts, bring them out, but like I said, I'm not going to hammer it home. Jake got to be on it, just got to be prudent. Hey, don't wait for somebody else. Hey, shut up, nigga. All right, man.
it says Wisdom of Solomon 2:12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings.
Yep, they don't want us with power because we're contrary to their doings, man. Because there's Jake that seriously wanted to actually help Jake in the hood, man. Okay?
He upbraided us with our offending the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgression of our education. So like you said, that education, that's what, because when they don't really want us to have a mind for ourselves, you know, that's why your ass learned more outside of the educational system than when you was in there, man.
Yep. All right. They're just programming you. They're putting habits in you. Yeah. All right. They're not teaching you nothing. They're just instilling habits in you. So when you 24, 25, and your ass can't control your emotions, or you can't lock on to nothing for long, and you don't know why, it's because of the programming, man.
Right. Now you don't know why you a crash out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Niggas told you these stories that ain't real, and you've been looking for these fairy tale stories, and you never had everybody help you throughout life. You know?
Same way that women end up, 40 years old, ain't got no kids. You know what I'm saying? They fucking depressed and shit because they was told that they could, have a job and go to school and, wait to start a family. Now you done been ran through. You know what I'm saying? You done killed about 7 kids. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now nobody wants you. Y'all dried up and shit. And
you mad at
but
the world.
It's everybody else's fault. It's not yours.
You mad at the world because you never dwelt with real life. Nigga, as a young lady, you need to be having kids and being at home and take care of your family.
Yeah.
But through the education, like we always read, the Lord made man upright, but he sought out many inventions. Okay? And in the end of, the nigga woman sought out the inventions of independence. Okay? Esau just drew your ass out of the cave so he could trick you. You're easily tricked. And then he sent you back up in there to tell a story. Gave your ass a nugget of gold and say, oh, look what I got. And drew all the rest of the women out. Even niggas came out. You know? What's where that gold stuff at? Start beating the hell out of y'all. Recruiting the ones that really down. You know? Never trust our enemy, man. Okay?
Looking back at it,
It's like it's your nugget. They get and telling everybody else get a nugget. But you can't take that nugget back in that cave. You gotta keep the nugget out here. You know what I'm saying? Because if you take it back in that cave, y'all gonna utilize it. Nah. I want you to keep this nugget circulating in my system. You know? Because again, once you try it, when they try to get autonomy, all right, let's look at that word autonomy. You know?
It says, this is the AI overview. I should have grabbed that etymology. It says autonomy refers to the quality or state of being self-governing meaning the freedom to make one's own decisions and choices and to act
You
independently.
ain't gonna never be able to be in that place. You're not gonna have a business and have complete autonomy. Okay? To say who can, you can't serve, what you can and can't use.
Yep.
Okay? No, I ain't using no damn vegetable oil. No, the state regulation says you gotta use these 3 oils. This is the commercial oils that we serve. It's like, bro, I'm got pork lard in it, man. You know what I'm saying? Or whale lard or some old weird shit.
Right.
You know? Let's go ahead, brother. And that's what it says. They write grievousness which they have prescribed. Okay? It says, but Sanger's experiment of addressing black social ills with the application of negative eugenics via black birth control clinics was so successful that it persists today, to this very day. Women fighting, nigga women. Ah, my body, my choice. You ain't gonna have no body. Dummy. Well, don't call you, just say, just because, like, the way y'all going, y'all don't want to be black women. Y'all just want to be women.
Yeah, if you don't want no kids, fuck it. Get your ovaries taken.
Yeah, get your ovaries taken out. Go ahead.
Fuck everybody.
Yeah. But that's what it did when birth control came out. Then sexual immorality followed.
Yeah. Makes sense.
It says, but Sanger's experiment, it says Sanger left another important legacy. She supported the development of the birth control pill. Waves of social and political transformation roiled the 1960s and 1970s. But bro, that is not that fucking long ago.
That's not that long ago.
I was born in 85.
I'm gonna say it's 20 years, 15 to 20 years later, we was there.
Yeah. It says, but some of the most lasting revolutions was triggered by a single medical event, the development of the pill. It placed cheap, easy contraception within every woman's grasp for the first time with an ideal laboratory rate. It said, it placed cheap, easy contraception within every woman's grasp for the first time with an ideal laboratory rate of 98% effectiveness. Yeah, so they used to have some nigger rig ways of getting rid of babies. Okay, but like they say, it was hard to find and too expensive. But now it progressed from birth control to Plan Bs.
Yeah. Yep.
You know?
You ain't going. If you get pregnant on that initial day, you know what I'm saying, you can pretty much X-nay it right then and there. Just get rid of the problem right then and there.
And you don't know what's in that pill.
Right.
That's why a lot of these women ovaries are scarred. And they're struggling to have kids. Because Esau wanted to be like that. Okay? Oh, you keep blaming the white man. God, y'all stupid. Y'all are dumb. That is real dumb. It says the women's movement was galvanized by the sudden ability to reliably uncouple sex from procreation. So was sexual revolution. It's created a sexual revolution.
Yep.
Niggas start getting freaky, swingers, all kinds of shit. Because if you fuck up, you can just take a Plan B. You can take a birth control pill.
Hey, I had a old boss years back, and he told us how the 1970s was. That's when they was really getting groovy, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, because that's when around that time when they was already getting freaky, and birth control really revolutionized. Like, y'all nigga, take that ecstasy, that cocaine, that disco shit, niggas. Yeah, figure that out, yeah, it get freaky in there, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, because they had liberty.
Yeah.
When they had liberty, they loathed the law, man. You know. It says the birth control pill was developed during an era in which abortions were still illegal
But laws prohibiting contraceptive use also remained in effect until the 1960s, and the distribution of information about contraception was not legalized until 1971. Legal
That's the 70s. Because you gotta think, it wasn't just like niggas just got freaky because it was just, you know, it was just like a spirit. No, it was a series of events, man. Spermicidal creams and jellies were expensive, hard to obtain, and unreliable. So were the back alley abortions, from which thousands of women die or
Co-anchors and shit like that.
two drumsticks. You're getting busy on you.
That's what Manny Fresh was talking It says the pill was made available.
Back alley abortion. Tyson. Close your eyes.
Get that $20.
Get your eyes. It's gonna be quick.
It says the pill was made available to poor black women free or cheaply from government-sponsored Planned Parenthood clinics in central urban areas, facilities that were the direct progeny of Sanger's Negro Project clinics.
Mm-hmm. So all these little easy clinics that are in your neighborhood, man. Okay? Prescribing you medicines. And this is where they make their money at. You go to the little clinic, you get your blood work. Oh man, you got this, and that. You take it, and it's over with for you. That's a rinse, wash, and repeat to this day. Okay.
Clinics have many other contraceptive technologies in their arsenals, including condoms and diaphragms, variant methods that physically block access of semen to the uterine neck. That's so come on, man. We all men here, we went to those clinics, bro. You know what I'm saying? You went to those clinics to get some condoms.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Get tested and shit like that.
Yeah. Yo, hey, shit. Jake then got caught up into that shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the little STDs and shit. Go in that motherfucker, get tested. You know, big old condoms everywhere.
Yep.
Out of that motherfucker and shit. And you always leave with a bag. Yeah, they just give it away. It's really a real place of investigation and tracking. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you gotta give them the address and all that shit. If it's really about just helping me to get rid of this, you know what I'm saying? Little instead of the, why do I gotta give you all my information? Because you're gonna track it.
They track it. You know what I'm saying? And they only got it in the hood, so technically they're only tracking niggas. Because Esau, the thing about it is, these clinics are government mission. These Edomites will be doing the same thing, but they go to their family doctors, and it's not recorded. So now the government gets say 98% is black people because you're only looking for them. Yeah. It's not being recorded what's happening to Esau in his neighborhoods. Okay? And it happens in many other areas, from crime to medical, all right, to food distribution. Okay? Prostitution, yeah. Whatever they be doing. Because, hey, they're talking about the women having kids. They'll try to push that, saying, Jake, they're having kids at young ages, and that's why we got to stop them. But really, it was the Edomites it was a statistical fact that Edomites were having kids at the youngest age, man. Teen moms and shit. They have it on shows.
Yep.
Okay? It's the same shit, man. They nigga woman, yeah, they do that to the black girl, but y'all running behind the Edomite ideas. Y'all just want to hop up in opposition when they start shutting the door on y'all ass, man. Y'all running along with them, yeah. Well, I forget watching the movie, you got the little nigga, yeah, and doing all that. But then it comes down time when you separated from all the niggas that you've been hating on, and it's just y'all, and then they say, oh, you can't come in this room. Your ass got to sit outside like a dog. Okay?
That's what's happening to you nigga women, man. Y'all did all that work, all that education, and now y'all trying to get into these high positions and it's like, get the hell out of here, man. All that shit, man. Shut up.
It says clinics often fitted more African American women than white women with intrauterine devices or IUDs.
Yep, that's another form of it. IUDs is fucking chicken. Y'all nigga women is dumb, bro. Y'all are real dumb. You know? Go ahead.
But a history of forcible sterilization fed suspicions that the federally financed birth control clinics in their neighborhoods were attempts to discover the best way to limit or even erase the black presence in America.
That was the ultimate goal. Okay? Population control. Go ahead.
Florida NAACP director Marvin Davies argued that blacks needed to produce as many babies as possible until blacks constituted 30 to 35% of Americans.
Yeah, so you had Jake that sincerely got into the NAACP, but at the top, at the crust, it was hegemoned by sellouts, okay? Yeah. But you had Jake that'll get in there like, yeah, this could change the world. Meanwhile, you got W.E. Du Bois and Margaret saying like, yeah, we about to kill these niggas off. And then you come in there with your simple ass. It's okay. We all simple to a certain extent. We all want better for our people if our spirit's in the right place. So you come up in NAACP trying to make a change and shit, you know?
Wondering why none of your projects ain't getting greenlit and
shit. Getting shut down. Like, man, it's a fucking great idea. Why nobody want to do it? You know? Shut up. You keep making noise and we're going to get you out of here. And you start realizing, damn, y'all want to get better. Y'all just, you know, and then you lose hope on life. Hey, that's damn near every job. You know, everything will run better if we did this. It's like, fuck out of here. Oh, y'all just here to make money, man. Like, y'all just want, y'all ain't trying to make nothing better. Y'all act like y'all want to do shit. Go ahead.
Well, here, how about we give you guys a new locker room?
Yeah, shut up. Give me some locker room so you good. You know, you can stand up longer. You know?
Give a pizza party. That's what it is. Give a pizza party.
Yeah, and a birthday card. Yeah.
In 1962, the National Urban League recited its support of contraception, and so did many local NAACP chapters. 28% of the blacks surveyed in the late 1960s agreed that encouraging blacks to use birth control is comparable to trying to eliminate this group from society.
Yep, 28%. Go ahead.
These genocidal fears were dismissed as paranoia, but prominent white physicians had long advocated a reduction in the black births as a means of pinching off the race. In 1903, for example, politically influential physician Charles S. Bacon advocated that the black belt would be defined by the government as a Negro reservation. It's split up. Similar to Indian reservations.
Yeah, there's a black belt in Alabama.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? There's pretty much a separating line. You know, line of separation. Because Alabama, you could go in one part, it's all niggas.
The niggas side of
niggas. Yeah, that's what Montgomery. Montgomery. I'm thinking of Fairfield. You know, all of the southern Alabama. Let's go to northern Alabama. That's sweet home Alabama. You better not get caught out there. It's a black belt. Okay.
It says the plan that has worked so well in its treatment of the Indian question until it has practically eliminated the question with the race. The 1967 Black Power Conference in Newark, New Jersey, passed a resolution that equated birth control with black genocide, and that year a crowd of blacks chanted genocide as they burned down a Cleveland, Ohio contraceptive clinic.
Yeah, Jake, that was the men for real. You really want to get down with it? That was the ones with families. When men, the black power, you're talking about black power, you're talking about, some niggas, man. All right, when you talk about NAACP, start talking about women. You know what I'm saying? The light-skinned niggas. The slick hair niggas, man. The slick hair
I ain't had
niggas.
nothing to do with this.
Nah, we talking about the niggas with the comb overs and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas, dark-skinned niggas could be like that. The niggas that thought they was a part of the system. Because that was, at that time, that was light-skinned niggas. You know what I'm saying? The niggas that was half-bred by Esau, and you know what I'm saying? And they felt like they was a part of the Esau part. And they could make it in there. They try to take the other niggas with them, and they start creating other sellout niggas, man. Or we can say the sellout. I ain't gonna do it.
Had that Malcolm X perm.
Yeah. Bitch, you hit like that. Man.
With the part.
Yeah. That long john. It says those who cried genocide found support in the United Nations resolution on December 9th, 1948, in reaction to the Nazi-engineered European Holocaust. The United Nations Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide unanimously passed a genocide provision prescribing any attempt to destroy a racial or religious group by killing or harming its members, because it was legally genocide what they were doing with the contraceptive. Because when they go into it, I'm talking about, it's documented. This is legal genocide or illegal. The UN had to step in and say, no, nigga, y'all trying to wipe them out. Like, it's not like we're making this shit up. All right, based off Esau's own documents, which is going to be mentioned under which document it is, that it's genocide. Not it is. Okay? Which is why ideas like Project Paperclip came about for a prison or military to take you out of that place where they're not regulated by those laws to say, I can't put this in you and do that to you. And then they use certain schemes to funnel you into those certain corridors. Okay?
It's crazy, like it said, due to the Nazi-engineered European Holocaust. 1948 is when, the JOOs entered into our land and all of that too.
Yep. And America was doing Nazi shit. All right? On multiple occasions. This is not the only one. Okay? Resolution 260 A of the United Nations General Assembly of the 1948 states in part, genocide means any of the following acts committed with intent to destroy in whole or in part a national, ethnical, racial, or religious group as such. Killing members of the group. A, killing members of the group. B, causing serious bodily or mental harm to members of the group. Yep, torture, killing. It says emphasis added. C, deliberately inflicting on the group conditions of life calculated to bring about its physical destruction in whole or in part.
Damn.
The document also prohibited D, imposing measures intended to prevent births within the group. That's what it fell under.
Damn.
That's medical genocide, man.
Yeah.
Documented under their own laws, Esau was and still is fighting for medical genocide. Okay? But just like crack and the opioids, it's spilled into the Edomite community. Okay? Now your people are taking these contraceptives and doing these things, and now they're getting breast cancer and they're dying, and now you got Edomites, aka Trump, that's trying to eliminate birth control. Alright? Because it's bleeding into their communities now. Alright?
They already can't have kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, you got another.
But that's the reason why
agent.
they can't have kids, because it's spilled into their shit. A lot of these women are on birth control. A lot of them are trying to go to work. A lot of them, and so that not, Not only has it slowed, they already couldn't have kids on an abundant rate because what you're saying is right because it was doing it then. They weren't able to have kids then. Why do we say that? Because they were complaining about how many kids we were having.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're saying these niggas about to do what? Overpopulate us. So that means y'all not having kids enough. Now it's spilling into your communities and you can't have kids. And then now this is happening. It's like, no, we got to apply legislation right now. You know?
There was some article that came out years back, and it said by a certain year, the whites will be outpopulated by the minority. The majority be outpopulated by the minority.
Yeah, which is already like that, but yeah, it's going to be a different level of power. All right, or it's going to go into that direction. Go ahead.
It says E forcibly transform children of the group to another group. Many blacks
Adoption, CPS.
Yeah. Many blacks argue that
They painted as long help as genocide because they're taking your culture away.
it says many blacks argue that the birth control movement per se constitutes genocide under Article D because its negative eugenic stance has consistently targeted blacks. By 1972, the American Journal of Public Health verified that the code of genocidal fears had arrived.
It's only been a year. Bill came out in 71. In 72, they like, so Jake been like not with it. Really with the nigga woman, man. You know what I'm saying? And these uppity ass niggas, man, these sellouts.
40% of surveyed blacks now believe birth control clinics were employed to eradicate blacks, and these respondents expressed a deep distrust of sterilization programs, abortion clinics, and any birth control programs run by whites. Guess what else popped up around that time? Oh, that was it was the 1970s, about the time the truth popped up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so hey, it's just crazy. Everything kind of lined up.
Hey, that's the spirit right there.
Yeah,
now, that's the spirit. Okay.
It says, however, a strong gender divide prevailed. Men were much more likely to denounce birth control as genocide than women, especially young, less well-educated, poor, and northern men.
Yep. The less educated niggas had more sense. Okay, but them niggas down south, niggas down south was getting was the go along, get along niggas, man. A lot of them Baptist church niggas, a lot of them pork eating. You know what I'm saying? Them the worst niggas, man. Them down south niggas, man. Cause they're whipped into Esau's system, man. Because all that eugenics and Planned Parenthood, that's mostly on the Democratic side. We're not with no Republican or Democrat, for the record. But that energy is more on the Democratic side, and the South is more what? Democratic base.
Yeah.
These dots don't connect for no fucking reason, man.
Slave owners are Democrats.
Made me hate cornbread, man.
No, I'm not gonna eat my cornbread.
Yeah, I fuck with the cornbread, bro. I gotta have my red meat. Go ahead, brother.
It says, in contrast, most black women embrace birth control and more women than men consented abortion. In 1970, social activist Donald Bogue found that 80% of black women he surveyed in Chicago approved of birth control and 75% were using it.
Stupid. You are real dumb.
Unlike Fannie Lou Hamer, many black women of the post-pill generation had career options.
See? That's why they, and it's the same thing. It hasn't changed. It hasn't. That's why they want to get critical race theory out of schools. Because they'll never have to sit down and have to discuss events like this. The Tuskegee Project. Okay? Project Paperclip. They won't have to discuss those events.
says,
Ain't never talked about this in African American history class.
Man, I'll never talk about it, because they talk about the Tuskegee because it was so publicized. You know what I'm saying? Which was wicked as hell too. This book goes into that too. It's wicked as hell, man.
it says, thanks to the racial integration of schools and workplaces, women were eager to leave unskilled labor behind and enter the professional sphere, so they wished to delay the responsibilities of motherhood until they were ready.
But it's going on to this very fucking day, dumb ass nigga women. Y'all are dumb, man. Fucking idiots. The core of our culture is our family structure. Okay? That's the core of so-called being black, is your family structure. The man, the woman, mother, father, and children, and YAHAWASHI been intertwined into all that. What is what's going to make us strong and flourish. But we would never become that on this side, because the tree of wickedness is already planted and it got to be uprooted. The nigga women ain't gonna never pull away from that, because the thing that they're chasing, they're actually accomplishing. They came in there to get that degree and to get the money, and they're getting it. So why would they go back? You know what I'm saying? But when you hit 40, menopause hit, and you done ran through all the money and all the rides you can run through, and you're like, damn, I want to actually be a human being now, and it's too fucking late. You know? All because they wanted you to not reproduce. And it took you 40 years to realize that, because you're too fucking hard-headed. Yeah, bump shot.
This is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1. It says, every wise woman buildeth her house.
But buildeth her house. Every wise woman buildeth her house. Not I'm about to leave my husband so I can build a house, and I'm a wise woman for doing. No, her house is talking about your family. Okay? Because women don't build physical houses. It's talking about your family, man. All right? Raising your kids up, you just shoving devices in their face. You know? Like, it's a fight. Because, hey, my kids be on that shit from time to time, but I'm like, nah, put that shit down. We need quiet time. We need to go out and do something. We need to do this. But when it's just a nigga woman, Coco Melon all day on TV, Coco Melon. All that fucking stimulation and shit going on, and this nigga's getting 2 days of activity, of mental activity in 30 minutes, with no physical activity.
Yeah.
So it's a equilibrium fuck for real. Because now you overloaded. You need to do this, but your body came and do this for real. You know what I'm saying? So you need a bunch of shit happening. That's why as ADHD happens, you swipe. Like, they were talking about how Coco Melon got all those colors. Just all a bunch of shit going on. Kid just overstimulated mentally. Then you shut it down and you want him to sit. This nigga just watched Coco Melon. He's seen 18 colors in 5 seconds. And you want him to sit.
It's all day.
And he ain't been doing nothing physical. And you want him to sit. Come on now. Ain't no different from a dog, man. You don't have your dog. You don't take your dog for a walk, they're gonna fuck your house up, man.
Right.
Come on now.
It says, every wise woman buildeth their house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands.
Yep, and these with that, you're real dumb. All right. It says they're evil. They're wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Why are you sending your kids to school? Dummy, you can teach them. You can teach them. But you ain't got no man to take care of the finances while you stay at home and educate your children. Because you could take, when you got homeschool, you could take your kid and have them go over history, and the book of history could be the book we read. And Esau can't do nothing about it because that's a part of our curriculum. It's a historical book. All I gotta do is provide the documents. All right, we did that, man. Shit, you was homeschooled. You know what I'm saying? I learned that from his mom. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Just, as long as you got the documents and right books, Oh, history? This is the history book we're going to be reading. All you got to do is give them the curriculum that you're given. All right? Esau won't even, as much as you think they would, they wouldn't even like go crazy on you. Oh yeah, one of our books is Nat Turner. I just need a book, nigga. You know, they ain't gonna be tripping. You know,
They look the book up and get the the background behind the book. They don't care. They're just trying to get the paperwork out the way.
Yep. That's for the most part. As long as you ain't coming no immediate danger to them.
And what it's like 1 or 2 nigga households, for the most part, they ain't tripping off that.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Y'all can't do it.
Yeah, y'all ain't power. Y'all all ain't. Long I just gotta catch the most powerful one out of y'all. That's it. Once I see one of that nigga bubble up, I'ma pull up, get in that nigga ear, bam. That's it. It's a waiting game. Alright, y'all do all that black shit, Once I find whoever pop up and got that power, I'm just gonna get in his ear and make all y'all do what I want y'all to do. Y'all make the job easier for me.
Yep.
You know? Go ahead.
It says, but many black women who desire to use birth control did so despite a strong distrust of whites who distributed contraception in their communities.
Y'all know these crackers ain't shit, right? But you still running over there because of what? For the a gift blinded the eyes of the wise. Okay?
In 1972, black social worker Aurelia Brown voiced this ubiquity. Negroes don't want children they can't take care of, but we are afraid to trust you when you offer help, as so often turned out to be exploitation.
Like they knew it. No fucking discipline, man. No integrity, no nothing. Alright? Ain't no different from a rapper going to a P. Diddy party. No, you know it ain't right, bro. Like, what would you do for a Klondike bar ass nigga? You know?
Right. Black Chicago activist Lonnie Myers confessed her discomfort with the fact that some birth control funding came from those racists who simply wish to increase the number of blacks in the city. So she noted that any cause and strains who simply wish to decrease the number of blacks in the city. But she noted that any cause has strange bedfellows.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, it goes on and on. It don't stop with the haymakers. There's just constant haymakers throughout the whole book. But the point is that there's a systematic oppression, there's systematic racism, there's systematic genocide going on. And our people, we're the only ones waking up to it, those of us in this truth. And there's other people that are waking up. But if you ain't got your YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, you're going to veer off eventually. Okay?
You only go so far.
You only can be so right without your YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, man. All right? So let's get that in Psalms 83 and we'll close out with that. Did you have something?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get that.
It's Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12. It says, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because she despised his word and trusted in oppression and perverseness and stayed thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
Yep. It's going it's gonna fall on them, man. It's falling on them. As soon as they hit that wall. But it's gonna fall heavily when Jacob's trouble come and them concentration camps are enacted. Because y'all gonna run just like y'all ran to Planned Parenthood and you still didn't trust Esau, y'all gonna run to them concentration camps. And because they got something y'all want. Because y'all don't know how to cook, you don't know how to hunt, you don't know how to do none of that. So when they shut everything down and you gotta figure it out on your own, you don't know how to do none of that. Y'all need some Pop-Tarts and oodles and noodles. So it's shit. You know, out there, all the Outback Steakhouses closed, cheesecake factories. The only thing that's up and running is in them 15-minute cities. You know, like 28 weeks later when they got the outer cities like closed off, nothing in there but zombies and shit. Then you got the inner part where all the real people stay at. 28 weeks later. You know, that's how I imagine it, man. Jake can't survive out there with the zombies, man. I don't want to be out there with the zombies, man. You know what I'm saying? You out there like Daryl.
Yeah.
It says, finishing real quick. It says, swelling out in the high wall, whose breaking coming suddenly at an instant.
Yep. And that breaking gonna come through the destruction of Babylon. Because Lord gonna tell everything that Esau represents down, man. Okay?
This is Psalm chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Yeah, so, and it goes into the nations, man. But come on, man. You niggas acting like it's all a conspiracy theory, but we got shit like this going on historically and presently. Well, I hate you niggas, man. Y'all find any excuse to continue in the things that's destructive to our people, even though there's nothing we can do about our current condition of flipping it right side up. All right, we ain't gonna. What's your boy name that got shot in Chicago? The revolution nigga, he got shot in his apartment.
Black Panther.
Yeah. He was getting busy, man. Not him.
I know you're talking. They made a movie off of him.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
The guy that got shot up in his apartment, they did him dirty, man. You know, but he was uniting he was uniting Edomites, Latinos. He had everybody coming together, man. They got him up out of there, man. You know, and it's all through conspiracy because they want control and dominance, and they want to. It's not like they want to keep the poor. They want to keep everybody down. Everybody.
Fred Hampton.
Yeah, Fred Hampton. Yup. He did some mighty works, man. He was doing so much that even the Edomites had to get on board, man. All right. But Esau ended up shooting the hell out of that man. The way they killed him was far beyond what he deserved. He wouldn't like no Huey P. He was just getting everybody together, man. They got rid of that dude, man. Heavily. There was no blood, no crip. You know what I'm saying? They lit that man up, man. You know? But, you know, never trust our enemies. So as our restores his wickedness. That being said, give all praises unto Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Chakodash. Double honors our apostles who are elders who rule well. Blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching in the truth and sincerity. Again, call Allah YAHAWASHI. Shalom.
Shalom.